Peace, love, light, and blessings. What's going on, y'all? It's your brother Key, and welcome to the workshop. I'm just in a cool breeze, swag diddles mode. We are going to talk about environment today. Create the environment that you want for yourself. Create the environment that you seek to truly have. First, before you create it in the external world, you got to create it internally here. You have to envision it. Envision. So let me show you my environment. Let me show you my office space at the current moment. This is my environment. The reason why it's so important to create the environment that you want and that you truly desire for yourself is because your subconscious mind takes in what your conscious mind gives it. And whether you know this or not, you will behave with all of the things, or you'll start to develop patterns because of what you're feeding yourself visually, what you hear, what you taste, what you smell. Once you get used to these things, you start to just keep it more and more. And a big problem that people have is trying to get from one place to another, but they want to stay in the same environment or the same frame of mind to make themselves get to a new place. You can't do that. You have to change your mind, your frame of mind, and your frame of thinking, what you envision, and truly go for it, because affirmations only work but so much. Here is where things get a little funky, where you have to have faith in yourself, but you also have to do the work. Faith without works is dead. You have to use your brain. Even though you envision and have stuff in your mind that you see, or that you see in the world that you want to have for yourself, you must have a solid belief system in yourself and work on that faith continuously, and to keep that just like mental fortitude all day, every day. You got to have your mental virus protection up. You have to make sure that when doubt and thoughts come through, that even if it knocks you off, you're able to snap yourself right back into it. Physical exercise is great. Verbal affirmations, visual affirmations, get into space. Again, this is my office that I'm in right now, that I come to every single day. The only reason why I am here is because I need to be in this environment every single day. It's not that complicated. What happens is, being here puts my mind in a state of work mode, but also a certain stature. Like, I know I have to get dressed, I have to make it to the gym before, and I have to make sure that my timing is on point, or somebody else can have my office space and I can't really have that. Whatever time I wake up, I already know if I'm gonna make it here on time. I already know. So I make sure that I get my body moving, my brain is awake. I affirm exactly who I am as soon as I wake up. No matter what happened the night before, no matter what dream I had, I am waking up and telling myself that I'm gonna dominate the day no matter what, because that is what I wanna do to get to where I have to go. In fact, I personally believe I am way behind in the work that I was supposed to complete, because I just kept putting it off, or I was afraid to do it. Even though I was constantly working, my pace, I wasn't digging it. So I said, you know what? Nah, this needs to be spiced up a little. And that was my antivirus protection, which is what I'm talking about, the mental fortitude. You can think you're doing work. That's fine. The moment you get settled or think you're doing everything, that's when things go, not haywire, but they just get a little stagnant. You don't want life to be just flat like this. You want life to fluctuate. You want to be going up and down. You want to ride the waves. It's going to keep you constantly in motion, keep you constantly moving, learning new ways, learning new things, learning yourself more. You know, you have to fall a few times so you know how not to fall again, or how to catch your balance. You know what I mean? So environment plays a part in all of that. And most of this starts in your mind. Before you see and go for anything, see and go for yourself first. Go close that gap. Close that gap that you have between the person that you want to be and the person that you currently are. Close that gap as much as possible so you can live in that reality every day. Every day. You want to live in that reality every single day as much as possible, because you want to go for every day. And some days you might be off. You might not be able to get yourself up. You might not be able to move and consistently push yourself in the direction that you want. You might have a bad week. You might have a bad month or a bad year. You might have a season of crap. I just came out of a super season of crap. I was just distraught. I was not working. I was depressed. My health was taking a hit. My family life was taking a hit. And I was just sick and tired of it. But I always kept working. Always kept working in some way, some shape or form. And you have to have that. You have to have your fail safes. Even when your seasons come through where you're broken or you feel broken, you want to make sure that you don't stop working. And when that happens, when you're able to be resilient through the season, you don't have to worry about the basics, because you got the basics covered. And once you got the basics covered internally here, then you can go for the things that you want. But you want to make sure that you are the person that you want to be, and then you go for the things that you want. Again, environment starts in the mind, and then you change. Let me tell you how I found this office space. What I tried to do was create an office space in my room, my desk, my chair. I got an expensive chair, a nice desk, you know what I'm saying? Made the space all like wide open or just like clean. But I noticed that I just could not operate in my room. One, I did not have windows. Two, it's my bedroom also. There was too many outside factors that was just bothering me. Having an office there is not elite. So what I did was I started to look for coffee shops or cafes, right? Where I can get Wi-Fi, get on my computer, and get the work done that I need to do. Maybe read a couple pages in my book, do some notes, some research, etc., etc. Essentially, I looked for a cafe that I went to. I was looking, I was like, oh, I want to visit this one. And I went to it, and it was crowded. I didn't like it. And I was a little distraught. I was sad because I really wanted to go there. But then when I walked down, further down from the cafe where I first went, I saw another one. But this one looked a little bit more like cool. It looked calm. It had like a restaurant in front. I'm like, is that a restaurant or a cafe? The vibe was me. I was like, oh yeah, baby, this is exactly what I need. When you're trying to create your environment, the world is already there for you to be involved in. So go get involved in your own life and the winning of your destiny. I have faith in y'all. Stay blessed and less stressed. Keep your head up and make sure that before you actually go for anything big in your life, you can handle it and that you're doing the proper steps. Don't blame anybody. Look at the person in the mirror. Be your best friend, not your worst enemy, and make it happen. Go dominate the world. Much love. Peace.